The NCAA USA South Athletics Conference promotes good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the officials and participants in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, or any other intimidating comments or actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for immediate removal from Edwards Gymnasium. Also, the consumption or possession of alcohol is strictly prohibited. Thank you for your cooperation. Please enjoy today's game.
Testing 1, 2. Yes, it is. Looks like it's good. Do I need to talk a little softer? Is that too loud? Turn it down where I can not hear it as much. So this is Ladies and gentlemen, welcome inside Warm and Cozy Everett Gymnasium here on the 3rd of January for today's first USA South Conference game of the season for both NC Wesleyan, your battling Bishops, and the Falcons of Pfeiffer. Both teams were picked 1-2 in the preseason USA South coaches poll, just a mere 2 points apart. Pfeiffer, the defending USA South Conference champions, they bested the Battling Bishops last year in Meisenheimer for the conference tournament championship, and they'll finish the season last year and they'll kick it off this year in the first game of the new year and the first game of the conference season. We'll talk a little bit more about Pfeiffer and what they've done so far in the year. We've got one common opponent. That'll be Guilford College. The Quakers bested both NC Wesleyan and Pfeiffer. A little closer game at NC Wesleyan. Pfeiffer's played a very intense schedule. We're going to pause a minute for the national. And that'll start the proceedings here inside every gym. We get ready to meet the starting lineups from both teams. A little bit more about Pfeiffer. So they are 4-6 on the season, somewhat a misleading 4-6. They played 3 top 25 ranked teams, lost respectively to all 3 of those teams. At Maryville, number 21 Maryville, at Berry College to open the season. At number 10 Hampton Sydney, just before Thanksgiving, lost 71-84. And then recently Virginia Wesleyan, and then receiving votes, Christopher Newport. Virginia Wesleyan was 67-83 and Christopher Newport 66-80. Christopher Newport, another common opponent. Valley Bishops battled here in Everett Gym earlier in the season. Said before, these teams are picked number 1 and 2. Coach Pete Shute comes in at his 8th season at Pfeiffer. He's a 01 Michigan grad, and also looks like maybe got a graduate degree from Pfeiffer in 2023. The Falcons return 4 starters from the 2025 conference regular season and tournament championship. The students are not back here in Everett Gymnasium. There is a decent number of guys here today to watch the crowd. There's some local community support, some young kids. Camp day looks like. A lot of campers who came to Coach Thompson's basketball camp this summer who are here today. You can see because they're wearing the North Carolina Wesleyan basketball shirts. A lot of times we have those kids come in for celebrate a birthday or just to come in to be able to see college basketball up close and personal. Also got a strong contingent from Bunn High School today. One of the star players from Pfeiffer is Zach Sloan. He is a 6'4" senior forward from nearby Bunn High School. I'm a Bunn grad as well. And he was a strong performer last year here in Everett Gym. He'll be back again today for Pfeiffer. So we've got number 3, Sukaichi. Number 12, we just talked about Sloan. Number 30, Doug Smith. Number 24, Mikhail Oliphant. And number 1, Kennedy Marion, starting for Pfeiffer. For your battling Bishops, it's Rashad Smith starting off at the point guard. He's got it right flank. Bringing it back up the top to James Jones, junior guard from Wilmington. He'll take the first 3. It's blocked by Zach Sloan. He's going to get a foul. Be on number 12. That'll be his first, team's first. Put him on the line shooting 3, it looks like. Also on the floor, we've got number 1, DJ Cox. He's at the paint, watching the first go through for James Jones. And we've got number 13, Justin Burden. He's a senior from Cape Fear High School in Fayetteville. The 5th member of your Valley Bishops starting 5 is number 20, Nasir Johnson. Had a strong year for the Valley Bishops. Robinson, I said Kennedy Marion earlier, I meant Clay Robinson, and he'll bring the ball across for Pfeiffer. Pitches over to Sukaichi. Nice ball movement here, opens up the floor for a drive for Sloan. Rolls off the rim and is corralled by DJ Cox. Smith pitches ahead to Johnson. He's trying to decide what he wants to do. He's going to use the Burden screen, gets a switch, but it's going to just deliver the ball over and swing it to the other side. Rashad Smith now tests the baseline. Gets in the middle of the paint. He gets it over to Johnson. It's a little strong, bounces high, and is rebounded by the Falcons. Robinson sets the offense by calling for a screen from Smith. Wesleyan Smith dogs him in the front court. Pushed over now Jones on the switch. Ball bounces up and off of the rim. Falls here. It's going to be a foul on NC Wesleyan. That's going to be on Justin Burton, his first, team's first. One apiece now for each team. 2-0 is your score here. 18:30 to play in the first half. Pfeiffer inbounds. Dribble exchange up top. Robinson drives and goes up with it. Has a strip by Smith. He takes it all the way, puts it up off the board. It's blocked by the Falcons. Not sure which one got a hand on it. It'll be NC Wesleyan basketball. The Battling Bishops will have their go at it now on the baseline out of bounds. Burden gets it inside, powers his way to the right side of the rim, goes up with it, not able to get it to go. Lots of intensity and defense so far here. Not a lot of points in the early going, as both teams kind of feel their way out. Turnover there by Doug Smith. Didn't look totally comfortable as he was attacking the rim on the dribble. It was poked away by Johnson. This time Smith will take it off a ball screen to the top. Just a little long there. Bounces out and the carom goes to Pfeiffer. Robinson will take his turn at it, top of the key. It was a good looking shot, but it was short, bounces up. Controlled by Burton, pitches it over to Smith. Smith pitches ahead to Jones, and he'll take one for three. That one is good. He was wide open, had a good look at it, and was able to knock it down. Looked in, just was able to be in rhythm, best way to say it. Right back at you. Sharman Sukarichi take the first points for Pfeiffer. Sukarichi is the second leading scorer, averaging 13.5 points per game. He and Doug Smith are both in double figures for Pfeiffer. Jones again, this time deeper with Sloan right in his face, and he knocked it down. What a shot. What a difficult shot by James Jones. Wow. Answers the three by Sukarichi. And that'll be answered with a foul on the Battling Bishops as Justin Burton again on the foul on the drive. That'll be baseline out of bounds. Burton will sit down. That's 2 fouls on him and 2 team fouls. So that'll be Marquand Gilbert, the junior forward from Greensboro, Ben L. Smith High School, checks in to replace Burton. Definitely a lot of drop in height from Burton to Marquand Gilbert, but Gilbert plays with a tremendous amount of tenacity and physicality. Very strong player there. Pfeiffer gets her first 2-point basket of the game on that baseline out of bounds, inbounds. Makes our score 8-5 here. Smith drives, stops just outside the lane now. Gilbert goes in, twists, turns. A little bit of a fadeaway jumper. It's good. Marquand Gilbert gets his first 2 points of the game. It's 10-5, NC Wesleyan. Robinson drives, has it slapped away, I believe, by Smith. Pitches ahead to Gilbert, slams it home with the right hand. 2 points, 12-5, NC Wesleyan. DJ Cox picks up Sukarichi, sorry. He crosses and he dribbles over, gets it over to Robinson. Robinson now looks top of the key but holds on to it. Robinson's been able to get in the paint, just hadn't been able to convert on a super consistent basis. His errant pass there was intercepted by Johnson. He brings it across, pitches over to Jones. Jones will take another one. That was a little long. He had Smith on him, and Smith probably didn't want to come out too far, so it was a little deep for Jones, but he'd hit 2 in a row and was feeling it and tested it. Now it goes back to Smith this time, who was covered by Jones, isn't able to convert it, eventually controlled by Gilbert, pitched ahead to Jones, who's running to the paint, pitches back out to Johnson. Johnson, pull-up jumper, 15-foot, foul on elbow is good. A very comfortable shot for Johnson. He works on those a tremendous amount of time. 3-pointer short by Sukarichi. Johnson will bring it back. That stop pull-up jumper, a little closer that time, about 10 feet is good. That'll give the Ballard Bishops the lead, 16-5, 14:39 to play. We'll be back for more on Flow Sports right after these messages. All right, we're back here after a great run there for the Flyers. Pfeiffer takes the timeout. I think that goes to a media, replaces our first media. We'll find out here. That was due at 16 minutes. And this one will be, next one will, I think, be an under 12 media timeout. Referee comes over to talk to Coach Scoot about one of the guys, normal game management type things. We'll see how Pfeiffer responds from that timeout. The run by NC Wesleyan. Clay Robinson brings it across. They do look a little more settled on offense right now, moving the ball around, a lot more patience. We've got number 5, Justin Gayton, into the ball game for the first time for Pfeiffer, and they turned it over. I think that was Gayton on the pass. I was looking down, didn't see it. Anyway, now it's in the hands of Johnson. Also checking in for NC Wesleyan is Fasayo Adabempe for the first time. Number 12 is a guard. It's out of Raleigh Inlow High School. He takes it to the rim, puts it up left-handed. Is not able to get there. I think that Doug Smith altered that shot, at least ever so slightly. Robinson gets a shot there. It's off to the right side of the rim. Offensive rebounds controlled by Pfeiffer. We haven't seen a lot of offensive rebounds today, and say that we see 2 in a row. This one is rebounded by number 3, Tsukaichi, and he puts it back. So 2 points after 2 possessions for Pfeiffer out of that timeout. Got wholesale substitutions for the Falcons at the scores table. Johnson shoots it. Was contested. A little contact there. Not saying it should have been a foul, but it was off. And we'll have 4 substitutions in for the Falcons. We've got Simeon Tokoto. He's a 6'5" junior forward. We've also got, bringing the ball up right now, number 21, Drake Stewart. Number 11, Joel Torres, a sophomore. And number 4, Suni Rice. That'll do the lineup for Pfeiffer as they get another offensive rebound. It's a lot easier to score in that three-pointer by Tokoto. They cut the lead to 16-10. When you get an offensive rebound, it makes it a whole lot easier to score when you have extra chances. Pfeiffer picking up the intensity defensively, man-to-man. They're really putting pressure on NC Wesleyan. It's Justin Gayton jumps the pass and then takes it in. He's challenged by Jones, but I believe that was Drake Stewart that was there for the follow. It's a good contest by Jones. Jumped up and contested Simeon on the layup attempt. However, the offensive rebound gave 2 more points to the Falcons. Again, lots of contact both ways. This time it'll be a foul on number 11, Joel Torres. That'll be his first, team second. Only 2 fouls on each team. That'll take us to the under 12 timeout. We'll have lots of substitutions. We'll get them all squared away here with myself and Matt Ballin right after these messages from Flow Sports. All right, here we are back. Baseline out of bounds for NC Wesleyan, and Smith will trigger it inbounds. Having a hard time getting it in. Eventually pitches it up top to number 32, Josh Laney. He's a junior also from Enloe High School in Raleigh. He's in for the first time today. Ball works his way across to Emilio Pagis, who's also in for the first time for Royal Battling Bishops. He drives baseline. What a good-looking shot by Pagis. Drops to that short corner, elevates. When you can elevate like that, he and Johnson both do that well. Makes it difficult to defend. That shot, 18-12 is the lead for the Battling Bishops. Pfeiffer again challenging to the middle of the court. That time they're headed off by the Battling Bishops. Smith anticipates the pass, steals it, goes up to the rim, kind of gathers himself, goes up and finishes. A smart play there. He was being contested by Justin Gayton, the 6'6 forward. Rashad Smith at 5'10". Knew that just going straight up may be more difficult. Gathered himself and went up strong and was able to finish. 20-12 is the lead now for NC Wesleyan. We're going to get a Wesleyan foul. This will be the third foul of the first half. That'll be on 32, Josh Laney. Quick check on some scores here. 14-17. NC Wesleyan women trail at peace in the first quarter. Back at action here. Pfeiffer inbounds it to Gayton up top for the baseline out of bounds. Cindy Rice with it, shoots the three. He's contested by Laney. Gilbert skies for the rebound. He's got 3 guys on him, and now Wesleyan will look to attack. With Pfeiffer maybe a little bit out of position. Laney that time not able to get it in the rim. Didn't have as good a look at it as he did before. Another NC Wesleyan foul. This will be the 4th foul of the ball game. I believe that is also on Josh Laney, his second. So 2 on Josh Laney and 2 on Justin Burden for NC Wesleyan. 2 fouls total for Pfeiffer. At the line, shooting 2, be number 11, Joel Torres. He's a sophomore guard from Syracuse, New York. Sure, he's an Orange fan. Misses the first. Laney will take a seat. James Jones will come back into the ball game here. Second one is good, 13-20 as NC Wesleyan sets the offense. Then both teams playing fairly aggressive defense. Certainly, everybody knows the importance of the top 2 preseason ranked teams competing for the first game of the year. That shot looked a lot similar to what Pegues did last attempt. It was tough. The shorter Rashad Smith trying to get it up in the air. However, Marquand Gilbert was there with a strong rebound and the follow. That'll be 22-13 NC Wesleyan. Pfeiffer almost turns it over, attacking the rim again, swings it around, now drives back to the middle. Not able to get the layup to go is Rice. We're going to have a foul or a jump ball. Referees are going to talk it over. We know which way each bench wants it. They're still talking it over. He's going to call a foul, it looks like. That's a heck of a tough call. Foul is on number 10, Romelio Pegues. That'll be his first, team's 5th. That'll put number 11, Joel Torres, back on the line for 2. He was 1 of 2 on his last attempt. 9:36 to go in the first quarter. Highly competitive game. I know it's 9 points, but it's tit for tat in a large sense. 22-14 now. Got 5 substitutions for Pfeiffer. Number 24, Olafront will wait to see the result of Torres' free throw before he comes in. But the starters primarily put the starters back in. That'll be Sukaichi. Sloan, as he misses the free throw, but Torres does, but he gets his own rebound. Robinson is back in as well. He had the ball up top. Robinson again with it, driving from the corner. 3-point top of the key, Zach Sloan, a nearby Bun native, hits the 3 and cuts the lead to 5 for NC Wesleyan, 22-17. Smith brings it across. Uses a screen by Gilbert up top, gets to the rim, but is not able to get it up. We've got a foul call there. That's going to be on number 30, Doug Smith. That'll be his first. That'll put Rashad Smith in the line shooting 2. First one's up, rolls off the rim. Rashad Smith hit 2 huge free throws here on December 30th, the Bishop's last game out, with .1? How much time was left in that last game? Was it .9, .8? So 0.8 of a second. Rashad Smith hits 2 free throws to give the Battling Bishops a 1-point lead as that one rolls out, and the rebound's controlled by Smith. Give them the victory against Piedmont in an afternoon tilt this past Tuesday. Big win coming back after the Christmas break for the Battling Bishops. Again, Pfeiffer getting to the rim, getting at least in the middle of the lane, but not able to convert. We're going to have a foul there on number 7, Rashad Smith. Got a hold. That'll be team foul number 6. That's Rashad Smith's first. 16 foul. 8:30 to go in the game. 30 seconds away from our media timeout. DJ Cox, the starter for the Battling Bishops, checks back in for Romelio Pegues. Pegues was active out there during his time on the floor. Pfeiffer calls the play. The bench relays it to the players on the court. They'll get a ball screen up top. Now, NC Wesleyan will switch. Had a little bit of a mismatch underneath, but it doesn't matter. It's number 24, Mikael Olafront, who hits the 3 and cuts the lead to 4. 24-20, 8:08 and counting to play. Smith brings it across on the right side. Dribble handoff to DJ Cox. Brings it all the way back over to Smith on the opposite wing. Switched back. Everybody's going a lot of switching on defense here for Pfeiffer. Johnson will try to take advantage of that. Driving to the rim. He got there and got a good look at the rim, but it was way too strong. Bounces off, control by Pfeiffer as Robinson brings it down. Looking inside. He's looking inside to Doug Smith. Had the right idea. Lobbed it to him. He controlled it, but Monsieur Johnson was there to get the tie-up. So it'll remain Pfeiffer basketball on the jump ball. 7:36 to go. We'll take our under 8 media timeout. We'll be right back after these words from Flow Sports. All right, baseline of bounds after the jump ball. He triggered in to Ichi. He puts it right up off the glass, turns to the Wesleyan bench. Gets a technical foul. He turned to the Wesleyan bench and gave a look, and then he threw up the strong arm, and I think he had gotten a warning earlier in the game. The clock's running. They got to stop the clock. I think they had a little trouble with the automatic system. So he got a technical there. I'm assuming that's what it's for, based on what we've seen here on press row. That'll put James Jones at the line shooting 2 shots, and then I think it just remains NC Wesleyan basketball from the possession. So 25-22. Sukraichi is substituted for. Didn't catch who came in for him. I'm assuming that was probably Suni Rice. Second free throw was off there, I believe. Correct, Matt? Missed second free throw. Now it'll be NC Wesleyan to trigger it in from 96 feet away, 94 feet away. Full court pressure by Pfeiffer here. Just kind of a little bit of pressure on the inbounds. Now they back off. Robinson picks up Smith as he brings it across. Dribble handoff to Johnson. Gets kind of a standing screen from Jones. Just kind of like little Harlem Globetrotters here. Eventually gets a screen from Gilbert. Offensive foul there on number 15, Marquand Gilbert. Was caught on the screen. Not sure if he wasn't set maybe quite yet or exactly what. Anyway, Pfeiffer basketball. Robinson will bring it right side. You got Smith posting hard. Now he comes up to set the ball screen. Rolls to the basket, gets a switch. Got the smaller Shad Smith guarding him, but driving kick. That'll be Suni Rice for 3. That'll be a tie score. 6:45 to play in the first half, 25-25. And now the ball game is as close on the scoreboard as it's looked on the court. Again, been intense really since the opening tip. Johnson backs it out, resets the offense, makes a call. Gilbert's up top, looking at the screen. Johnson looked like he may shoot it. Had a nice little fake. And what a spin move by Gilbert. Fake to the right, spun back to his left, I guess his right shoulder if he was back to the basket. Lays it in with the left hand. 2-point lead for Battling Bishops. Stolen away by Johnson. He'll drive in, puts it off left hand, but it's blocked. That's Oliphant, made the turnover, but then hustled back to make a great defensive play. Pitched ahead, tried to get it to Smith, but it was thrown away. Now controlled by NC Wesleyan. 27-25, 5:50 and counting. It's Tom Smith sets the offense. Everybody's just trying to get and settle, not a ton of movement right now. Smith tests it, steps back, fades away a little bit. It hits it a little short off the backboard. Not Rice, that was Gayton that went and got it. And then dropped it back off for Robinson. That'll be number 12, Zach Sloan, with a three-pointer. I'll give Pfeiffer his first lead at least in some time, maybe in the game, but I think it is. But at least in some time. 28-27, approaching 5 minutes on the clock. James Jones on the right wing. Looked like he really wanted to pass it, but then he eventually reluctantly attacked it. Not able to get there. Turnaround jumper is good. James Jones, he's got an early 10 points. He's our leading scorer here in the first half for NC Wesleyan. Ball screen for Robinson on the other end to Pfeiffer. Johnson guards Sloan a little tighter after that last three. Three-point attempt there by Robinson. Didn't get a hand up in his face, but it was off. Controlled by DJ Cox. Smith takes it hard to the rim, gets into the paint, pitches out to Jones again. The hot hand, it's good. Three-point basket by James Jones. And that'll be an assist by Rashad Smith. He dove in there. He drove into the paint and then pitched it back out. The Pfeiffer bench not happy by the three-point signal that James Jones made after the basket. And Coach Scoots letting them know about it. Getting the game clock here correctly. We'll put 4:15 on the game clock. It's 28-32, 4:15 to go. Waiting for the under 4 timeout next. Josh Johnson checks in for the first time. He'll replace Clay Robinson. Johnson is a 6-foot senior from Raleigh, South Garner High School. Again, Pfeiffer will pick up full court as Rashad Smith controls it, dribbles up the right side. DJ Cox pops out from the top of the key to receive it, just to swing the ball over to Pegues, who's back in for NC Wesleyan. Burton back in since picking up his second foul. Smith is attacking the rim again, gets it up. Not a terrible look at it, but maybe a little forced, not able to get it in. Contact there, there's certainly been that contact the whole time. Gayton again, he's hit a couple from out there. That one may have been a little quick as well, controlled by Jones. He's picked up quickly by Sloan. On the screen, Jones was able to get it off. He's feeling kind of the hot hand. He was challenged by Smith. And that may have been enough to fade it. Did not draw iron, and it'll be Pfeiffer basketball after the under 4 timeout. 32-28, the Battling Bishops lead here on Flow Sports. Back here, coming out of the timeout, large number of substitutions for Pfeiffer. They've got 6 on the floor right now. Gayton will step off as he slaps 5 with Drake Stewart checking in, as several other Falcons. James Jones was off on that last 3, but he's 3 of 5 from the three-point line on the day. 3 of 5 also from the free throw line. He leads your Ballin Bishops with 14 points. For the Falcons, Sukarachi leading away with 9 points. This will be an open 3-point jumper. Actually, Jones got over there to contest it eventually. That was Rice, and he missed it, rebounded and run out quickly by NC Wesleyan. Rashad Smith on the left-handed layup, 34-28. Right back at it is Pfeiffer. Got the ball inside right at the basket to Torres, but instead of going up, he kicks it back out. Kicks it out to Stewart, who drives, not able to convert, but he gets his own rebound, puts it back, and he's fouled. That foul's going to be on NC Wesleyan number 1, DJ Cox. That'll be his first. That'll be team 8th of the first half. So Stewart's there for 2 free throws. 2:54 to play. 6-point lead. First one is no good. He'll try to cut it to 5 with his last attempt. He does. That'll be Smith bringing it across. DJ Cox trailing. Now he gets the ball up top. Cross screen by Gilbert. Reverses to Gilbert. Looking to Pegues, cutting to the ball side block. He gets it, turns, spins, and puts it in. Pegues for 2. 36-29, 7-point lead. Under 2.5 to play in the first half. This battle of preseason number 1 and number 2 in the USA South. Rice attacks, gets inside the paint. Has a little trouble with it. Rolls over left side. I thought it was going to go, but he misses the left-hand scoop shot. Got a long way with those steps. He did a nice job of attacking the rim. Gilbert settles things for the Ballin Bishops up top. Now he'll attack it. Gets to the right block. Goes scoops down and up. Not able to get it to go. Stewart brings it out of there. Dribbles ahead. Pitches. Rice eventually controls it. Now they get it over to Takoto, who's hit one out there, but he missed that one long. Got to Smith. A heck of a defensive effort by Torres, who was able to catch up with Smith, knock it away. Controlled by Pfeiffer. Now Stewart again attacks the middle, and that's going to be a foul, I think, on Pegues. It is. I believe that'll be his second. Team's night, so 1-1 here for Stewart. Everything else will be 2 shots in this last minute, 32 seconds, 92 seconds. We've got some substitutions. Actually, we've got 5 substitutions, 4 now for Pfeiffer, and then 1 awaits for Stewart if he's able to be successful on both free throws. Gayton, Oliphant, Stewart, of course, at the line. Doug Smith and Robinson are in. First free throw's up and good for Stewart. He'll try for his second. If he's successful, he'll get subbed out for this last minute and 32 seconds. 6-point lead. Trying to cut it to 5 is Pfeiffer for your Ballin Bishops. Second was up and good. So that'll be Sloan coming in for Stewart. Gave several productive minutes there for Stewart. Pegues will take over point guard duties for the Ballin Bishops. Brings it up on the left side, takes it over to the right side. Pitches over to DJ Cox. Again, he's got it up top. He's kind of waiting for the offense to work a little bit. Now a little more movement for the Ballin Bishops. Pegues attacks the rim, left hand. Got to the rim, tapped up by Smith. Controlled by Gilbert. Eventually Pegues got it, goes up again, and he's fouled. What a great effort there by the Ballin Bishops. You've got Pegues fouls on number 24. That's Mikael Oliphant. What a great effort there by the Battling Bishops. You've got first Rashad Smith. You got Pegues getting to the rim. You've got Rashad Smith with the tap that allowed Marquand Gilbert to get in and get it. And eventually Pegues got it again. Ball hits, pops up, front, back, and drops in for Pegues' first free throw. But so you've got 3, and one of them twice, Battling Bishops on the offensive glass right there, just giving a great effort to get those 2 points as he hits the second one up and good. 7-point lead, 1:05 to play. Robinson tosses it into Smith, tosses it back to Robinson, and he'll set the offense. Swings it through Smith over to Gayton on the left wing. Gayton looks inside to Smith. He's kind of pushed off the block. He makes a nice move to the rim, but not able to finish. Offensive rebound by Smith is up and good. Smith was too strong there in the interior that time for the Battling Bishops. 24 on the shot clock, 37 and counting on the game clock. Now 20 on the shot, 35. So difference about 15 seconds. Pegues dribbles over off of a ball screen from Gilbert, passes it to Gilbert, gives it back to Pegues. Now he's 10 on the shot clock. Pegues by himself on the right side, gets to the rim. Can he finish it? Yes, he kind of did a good job of backing up and getting space. Then he had another defender come in. We've got a foul. That will be a second in a row foul on number 24, Mikhail Oliphant. I think that'll be his second of the half as well. Put Pegues back at the line for 2 more. 19.8 to go. The shot clock is off. First one's up and good. 6-point lead, trying to extend it to 7 as we look to finish this first half action. This matchup has been everything. Second free throw's up and good. Substitution, Johnson. Monsieur Johnson checking in for Pegues, who's had a strong few minutes here for the Battling Bishops as well, but has 2 fouls. So the first half's been everything we wanted it to be. Great back and forth, great defensive effort, lots of hustle by both teams, and it's what you would expect with preseason number 1 and 2 going at it here inside Everett Gymnasium. 7, 6, 5, 4. Robinson for 3 deep. He nails it. 2 seconds, 1. That'll do it for the first half. 36-40. NC Wesleyan leads here, and we'll take an extended break here for halftime on Flow Sports. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. After extended halftime, had a great time here in Everett Gymnasium on the campus of North Carolina Wesleyan University in Rocky Mount, North Carolina. First half was all it was billed up to be. You can look at a few numbers from the first half. First for your battling Bishops. James Jones, we said earlier, led the way with 14 points. Had 1 defensive rebound, was 3 of 5 from the three-point line, also 3 of 5 from the field. Romeo Pegues came in, the rookie, hit 4 of 4 from the foul line, 2 of 4 from the field. He had 8 points, as well as Marquand Gilbert, the starter, had 8 points on 4 of 5 shooting for great efficiency. He also had 6 rebounds. Assist was Rashad Smith with 2, leading the way. For the Pfeiffer Falcons, Sukraichi led the way for Pfeiffer. He's back in to start. He set after that technical in the first half. He's back in now. He led the way with 9 points in limited action. He played for only 9 minutes of the first 20. He's guarding Justin Burden in the paint. Burden loses it as he's double teamed, but it's gathered back by Wesleyan, put up by Jones for 3. That'll be Burden will quickly pick up his 3rd foul of the game just 22 seconds into the second half. Sukraichi, and he'll get substituted for by Marquand Gilbert. Sukraichi was boxing out, had position on Burden. Burden was battling for the rebound, and the foul called on the push by Burden. Robinson brings it across. Out to Sloan. Bounces over the backboard. Knocked off for a heads-up play by James Jones. I think it actually went over the backboard. It's out of bounds if it goes over top of the backboard. Doesn't have to touch anything, but if it goes over, the referees deemed it did not. However, James Jones hustled after it, couldn't control it, so he tapped it off of the Falcons player, and it was NC Western basketball. 4-point lead, same score as we had 1 minute ago at halftime. Johnson controls it up top. Now he looks to drive into the paint, puts up a contested jumper, not able to knock it down, but is tapped out to Smith, who gathers it. Cox gets it. He puts it up from almost, probably from about 19 feet. It's off, controlled by Pfeiffer. Smith posting, finally gets it to him. He turns, not able to drop it in. Worked really hard to get position there, and Pfeiffer worked hard to get him the ball, but he was not able to convert it. Point blank lay in there. Works very hard in the paint on both offense and defense. Smith gets it, looks to set the offense. Pitches over to Cox. He's checked by Sukraichi. Now to Johnson. He's looking in, not a ton of movement, 5 on the shot clock. Johnson will have to put it up. Actually, he gets it to Gilbert, who puts it up with 1 on the shot clock. It's long, and then it's controlled defensive rebound by Oliphant. Doug Smith pitches it over to Sloan. He's not able to control it, and it bounces out of bounds. Sloan, the senior, had such a huge game here last year against the Battling Bishops. Certainly nothing to shake a stick at so far. 6 points for so far today. 2 of 3 shooting from the three-point line. 2 rebounds, 1 foul. Wesleyan basketball. More movement this time, screening down low. A little bit more ball movement, opens it up for Smith, who drives in, pitches it opposite to Jones. He dives, pitches it to Johnson, dives down, is stripped away by Pfeiffer, laid in by Sukraichi. Assist there, I believe, by Sloan. Transition for the Falcons, cuts the lead to 2 for your Battling Bishops. Robinson is guarded closely. Smith guarded closely by Robinson, who's setting up a timeout. NC Western take a 30-second timeout. It'll go to a full for our first media of the second half, and we'll be right back after these words from our partners at Flow Sports. All right, back here. Quick timeout by the Battling Bishops. 17-14 to go. Only difference between now and halftime is 2 points for the Pfeiffer Falcons in transition. Begins the Wesleyan basketball on the side. Starters back out for both teams with the exception of Justin Burton. He picked up his third foul just a few seconds into the second half. Marquand Gilbert replaced him. And now it'll be into Smith. Smith dribbles, pops, shoots, misses. Gilbert again on the rebound. I believe that's 5 of 6 on the day for him. Get him in double figures at 10. Inside that one's no question there for Doug Smith on the lob from the left wing. He catches, turns, and leaves no doubt about that one. 2-point game again. NC Wesleyan. Robinson tight. Guarded against Smith. Switch up top. Not Smith on Smith up top, but Gilbert put Gilbert down low. He spins to his right shoulder, kind of takes a shot fake, and that will be a foul by Oliphant. Well, the substitution, Justin Gayton in, the senior from Peoria, Illinois. He'll replace Oliphant. Baseline out of bounds. Tosses it in to Gilbert, and he's fouled by Doug Smith. Doug doesn't like the call. Pushes away. It was a hold. I think when Gilbert tried to release and get away from him, he had a hold of him, I think is why they called it. It was right there in front of the official. Let's try it again, getting in for the Battling Bishops. They've had trouble in the sense they turned it over today, but it's taken several times, taken most of the 5 seconds to get the ball in bounds. Ball screen up top. They switch it as they have done much of the day, whether it's a dribble handoff or a ball screen. That time Jones from deep again. Wow, that was NBA range. They switched there, but didn't get that time, and if they did, it didn't matter. He was so deep. That'll be 17 for Jones on the day. Working really hard to get the ball to Doug Smith down low. And they'll get it to him again, turns and dunks again. What Pfeiffer's doing is trying to take away the help where they can just lob it over the top. The Wesleyan front, that time Marquand Gilbert was fronting Doug Smith. And they moved it on the left side until they were able to have a lane to toss it to him. He turns and dunks it again. Three-pointer this time for Rashad Smith. That's his first of the game. And trading 3 for 2 here. You don't want to give those easy twos up if you're Wesleyan, but you'll take the threes. This time, Gilbert's behind Smith. Smith in the post looking to work, pitches it back out to Sloan. Sloan's wide open for 3, and he'll hit that one. Not sure where the defender was there, got lost or screened or switched, but certainly a lot of attention at that time was on Smith with the ball in the low post area. Smith drives, look to dish, it's knocked away, and that's off Pfeiffer. Robinson goes out of bounds. He wants to call, but won't get it. That'll be our under 16 timeout. We'll take a media timeout, 48-45. 15 minutes to play exactly. Your Battling Bishops lead here on Flow Sports. Getting back ready for action here. Baseline out of bounds. Just like up screens. Then he fakes back. Marquand Gilbert. No trouble getting it in that time for your Battling Bishops. It's actually a really well-designed play. They screened up out of a box set, and then Gilbert just turned, as you do when teams switch. He just turned, went back to the rim, caught it, and hammered it home for the 5-point lead. Back to Doug Smith on the other end. Ball was in the corner, and he had no help. That was too easy there for Doug Smith for 2. He's gotten 3 baskets, 2 dunks, and 1 assist for a 3-pointer here in the last 5 possessions. So it's the Doug Smith show on the Pfeiffer Falcons end right now. Marquand Gilbert takes it in. A lot of contact, no foul. Gayton will control it off of the miss by Gilbert. And they'll set up Smith again in the paint. This time more pressure. That's one of the ways that you can combat getting the ball in the post, is putting more pressure on the guards, and that was evidence there with the turnover by Pfeiffer. I think it was Romelio Pegues that was involved in that defensive effort, either him or Smith. Robinson guarding Smith as he brings it across, looking for the call on offense. Just a little dribble exchange there. Smith has it again. Jones is looking to get it back. Now goes away. Thought he was going to shoot it. Instead gave it up. DJ Cox hard to the rim. It's up and good. Just powered his way home. Pfeiffer right back at it. Robinson bringing it across, pitching it to Sloan, back to Robinson. Again, you've got Smith, Doug Smith posting hard on the left block now. Run over to the rest. Just a 4-out, 1-in set. Robinson for 3 this time. Now he's open, and that's in. 3-pointer good. 2-point ball game. 52-50. NC Wesleyan leads. This time Gayton checks Smith as he brings it across the timeline. 13-15 to play. Pegues comes across all the way to the rim, left side, up and rolls off of the rim. Got a run out for Pfeiffer. That's going to be an easy one for Sloan. It's a layup up and in by Zach Sloan. I'll put him in double digits today. That'll put him at 11. Yeah, timeout NC Wesleyan. 12:57 to play. Tie ball game, 52-52. We'll be right back after these words from Flow Sports. All right, we're back here, full court pressure by the Falcons. Again, they put the pressure, no trapping or anything, just trying to make it as hard as possible to bring the ball up the court. That'll be a foul on Gayton. Been a lot of contact both ways defensively that you know is eventually going to get called, and now may be the time in the ball game where that happens. That'll be, I believe, the third team foul in the second half for Pfeiffer. I'll check and see exactly what the fouls are for Gayton here in a moment. It's his first personal foul. Jones for 3 deep. It's good. What a big day for Jones. Puts him at 20 on the day. First player on either squad to hit 20 for the day. He's 5 of 8 from the 3-point line. Wouldn't quite say a career day, but one heck of a day and one heck of a time to have a heck of a day. Robinson pushes it up, really forced his way to the rim, but not able to get it in. Pegues up and under. Sloan went by, didn't want to contest. I don't think he wanted to foul. And so Pegues was able to hold a strong position and finish there. Pitches inside. That time, Wesleyan finally got the help they needed. Rashad Smith was there for your Battling Bishops. Burden back into the game. Smith knocks it down to DJ Cox, puts it up. Not able to finish, but offensive rebound and puts it back in. Timeout, Pfeiffer. Your Battling Bishops on a 7-0 run. 11:37 to go. That'll be a full timeout. And we'll take one as well here on Flow Sports. A 7-0 run for your Battling Bishops. Ends in a full timeout for Pfeiffer. They're going to get some substitutions here as well. The next dead ball. But right now, Robinson will bring it across. Pfeiffer looking to settle things down. Still only a 7-point game. Goes into Smith. The help is not there quick enough. Went back to the well. Pegues not able to get there in time. The help, once the ball goes lower to the baseline, it's easier to help. And that was most of the entry passes for Pfeiffer have come from the wing, making it more difficult to help. Foul there on number 30, Doug Smith. He doesn't agree with the call. Burden hits the ground. That'll be looks like maybe his third or fourth. We'll see here in a second. We update it. We've got Torres, Stewart, and Rice checking in for Pfeiffer. Several of those guys had some big contributions in the first half. Ball was intended for Burden. It was lost. DJ Cox looked like he did go in to grab it. Not able to get it. Scrum for it on the floor, and it'll wind up held ball, and that will go over to Pfeiffer. The next possession will switch to the Battling Bishops. 5-point game. Pfeiffer looking to chip a little bit further into that 5-point lead. 11 minutes and counting to go. 11:05. 11 minutes even now. Ball screen at the top. Pitches over to Stewart. They're all looking inside to Smith. And why not? It's been very effective down there. Ball screen there. Robinson, stop, pop, and jumper good. Much like Johnson and sometimes Smith and Pegues for your Battling Bishops. A very difficult pull-up jumper, a well-executed pull-up jumper is very difficult to defend. Smith attacks there, pitches back out to Burden. Burden spins, puts it up one-handed, and it rolls off. Rebounded by Pfeiffer. Pitched ahead to Stewart. He'll attack it. Pitches it opposite to Rice. Rice is short. Rebounded by Smith for the Battling Bishops. Lots of contact both ways here. DJ Cox will take the jumper, and it'll be good from 16 feet. Had one of those early in the second half, but he rushed because the shot clock was going down. And that one he did not, and that extends the lead to 4 for NC Wesleyan, 56-60. 9:50 to play. Offensive foul by number 1 Robinson. Got him on a hook. It was right in front of the official and the Pfeiffer bench. Of course, they don't agree. Understood. Coach trying to get an explanation now for it. A little far away to have a conversation. And Wesleyan will inbound it. Again, pressure. Stewart there is pressuring Smith. Smith calls out the offense. Marquand Gilbert up top looking for a ball screen. He'll give it, switch, screen to screener. Gilbert hits to the rim. Up and in, layup good. What a well-designed play by John Thompson and his staff. A screen to screener, and when you're switching, makes it more difficult to defend those cuts to the rim. Meanwhile, Wesleyan switches on this end. Gayton, ball bounces, three-point shot bounces around into Stewart's hands for the offensive rebound. It's up and in. Stewart seems to be in the right place at the right time a lot today. Let's see if Wesleyan goes back to that screen-to-screener action. It worked. Instead, Pagisa just take it right to the rim. Was able to get by Rice, and then once he got by Rice, there was nobody there to stop him. We're on the left side with the right hand, up and in. Extends the lead to 7, 8:52 and counting. Stewart on the far right wing. We got Scott is out now, so the offense looks a lot different for the Falcons. Gayton drives in, pitches out to Stewart. Does not draw iron. Stewart's made a lot of positive impact today, but that jump shot did not fall. Smith pushes hard. Up and in. It's going to count. And one. The basket's good. What a play there. Looked like he was kind of had the player drug all over him for a lot of the possession, and then was able to get it up and in, got the foul. He's 67-58. One free throw to go. They're huddled up now. Both teams are huddled up, kind of breaking the huddle, get things set. Rashad Smith is back out past the three-point line. He's walking up to the foul line. He'll shoot one. So 9-point lead for NC Wesleyan, 8:29 to go. Free throws up and good. Gayton drops it into Rice, and Rice will pitch ahead to Stewart. Stewart brings it across the timeline, gets some encouragement from his coach, and sets up the offense for Pfeiffer. Kind of a driving kick, just probing the defense. Stewart drives it hard, pitches it out. Picoto misses the three-pointer as the clock's winding down, controlled by James Jones. Pagise again, hard charging to the rim. That time it's a stonewall met there with Picoto, who was able to stop it. He drives down the paint. We're going to get a foul. I think it's going to be on Rashad Smith. I thought he might get that one. I'm not sure the rationale there. Either way, I thought he was there and outside the restricted area, but nope, it's going to be a foul on number 7, Rashad Smith. I believe that'll be his second, team's third of the second half. That'll be the under 8 media timeout. Your score, 68-58. NC Wesleyan leads here in Everett Gym on Flow Sports. we'll come back with Pfeiffer at the line here. It's a little bit odd. I didn't think he was shooting because he passed it to somebody else who shot it. So I'm a little puzzled there, but he may have been shooting it and then they called it. I think Coach T may be asking the same question. He's certainly got that look on his face. First free throw bounces around and pops off. He's not. He's just checking in with his player. So I'll put Dakota up for his second shot, trying to cut it to 9. He does. He got primarily looks like the starting 5 for Pfeiffer, headed back to the scorer's table. Meanwhile, James Jones drives, stops, pops on the jumper, and he's fouled going up. Certainly a lot more action on the whistles in this second half. Fouls on number 4, that's Rice, Sonny Rice. I believe that's his first. James Jones at the line, shooting 2. Got a game high 20 points. Didn't look like it on that one, just off and to the left. Got his bearings right. Maybe the wind is blowing here right to left in Everett Gymnasium, but he'll be right back at it on the next one. Talking to our producer, Matt Ballin here, proud Wesleyan grad. Started on his master's, does a great job behind the computer for us, helping us bring you these games. And Matt, a miss is a miss and a make's a make. Doesn't matter how bad or good it is, right? So the second one is up and good. That leads back to 10, and Robinson resets it for Pfeiffer. Now we're back to the post offense with Doug Smith being the focus inside. That time he drew the defense, dished it to the cutting Sukraichi, who easily laid it in, a reverse layup on the other side. You got to think, too, and he's done a good job. Smith has done a good job in the post. But you could also look to get a 3-second call there. Robinson kind of catches up with Robinson there. Robinson defensively, and it's a good tactic, is in constant contact with Smith or whoever he's guarding. And so, it's a good aggressive way to play defense. But because of that, it's probably pretty easy, too, to call a foul on about any time. So they'll put Smith at the line for 2, trying to stretch the lead back to 10. It'll roll up and off. It's a 1-and-1. That's an 8-team foul, and so that gives the ball right back to Pfeiffer on the defensive rebound, trying to cut the lead to 6 or 5. Currently sits at 8. Sukraichi penetrates, gets it down to Smith. Smith turns. It's going to be a block. It's going to be good. And 1 for Smith, looking tough on that foul there. I thought that might be an offensive foul as well. Not sure what he did or didn't do. I didn't have a good angle to see it. But Marquand Gilbert gets the foul. The coach looks over. I can read Coach Thompson's mouth, and he says, "How is that a block?" And I'm not sure what explanation he's giving. That puts Doug Smith at the line for 1. 63-69. The lead is 6. Smith trying to cut it to 5. Certainly been very active here in the second half. They're motioning for the towel from 94 feet. Here comes Chloe Baggett, the volleyball star for the Battling Bishops, hustling down to help us out on the far end of the court. Referee summoned her down, and she happily obliged. Good effort there by the Bishops all the way around. 6:52 is your time remaining. 1 free throw will be coming for Doug Smith once Chloe steps off the court. Getting everybody in the right positions. Robinson steps down, likely to challenge on a made basket to challenge the defense. Smith up, and it's long, rebounded, controlled by DJ Cox. Lead will stay at 6 for NC Wesleyan. Smith's attacks defended by Gayton. The Gayton's long 6'6" frame. Pitches over to Jones, who reverses it to Pegues. Jones, UCLA cuts off a DJ Cox screen to the rim and drifts out to the other side. Pegues handling hard, going to the rim. He's able to get by the defender. Get it up and in, layup good, 8-point lead. Robinson gets inside the 3-point line before he's challenged by Smith. Now set. Doug Smith posting hard inside. Sloan pushes back a little bit, then shoots for 3, not able to get it. Marquand Gilbert tapped it. Doug Smith was trying to get it, and then DJ Cox saved it out of bounds into James Jones for the Ballin Bishops to control it. Gayton now is guarding Pegues. We'll see if Pegues can get by Gayton the way he did. Ooh, he got pushed there. He did get by him and get a foul. That'll be the 9th team foul. That'll be the 9th team foul. So that'll be it'll be 2 shots for Romelio Pegues. Again, he's had a very good day today for the Ballin Bishops. 14 points for Pegues. He's one of 4 Ballin Bishops in double figures. You've got Jones leading away with 21. Marquand Gilbert and his 7 of 10 day has 14. Rashad Smith has 12. Pegues trying for points 15 and 16 here. He gets 15. That'll put the lead up to 9 with 5:55 to play. Next will come the attempt at 16 for Pegues. Likely a season high for him. 30-second timeout for Coach Scooch and the Pfeiffer Falcons. We'll take one as well here on Flow Sports. After a quick timeout, Pfeiffer got together, wanted to kind of set things for this last 5:55. It's been back and forth with this 6 to 10 point game, and I think Pfeiffer wants to make sure they're headed where they want to be. Doug Smith is the focus of the offense here down low, but a 3-point attempt up top by Zach Sloan is strong. Excuse me, not sure if that's the shot they wanted out of the timeout, but the Ballin Bishops will take it as a defensive stop. Smith controls up top. Comes off a ball screen to Gilbert. He slipped again that time, but Pfeiffer was ready. Sukraichi was waiting for him to guard him. Jones shoots it deep. He's made contact, falls down, and he's not able to run out. So we've got it's like a cramp on his left calf. Maybe it'll be my best guess for Jones. So he'll come out of the ball game. Play is stopped to bring him in. Johnson comes in, and Jones checks out. Pfeiffer pressures a little double team in the backcourt. DJ Cox hustles down to help out. It's pitched back to Pegues. Pegues did a good job of running the point late in the first half for Wesleyan. 8-point lead here. Pegues guarded by Doug Smith on the switch. Picks it over to Johnson. Back to Pegues. Pegues gets to the rim again. Challenged by Smith was enough to get it off of the rim. Gilbert had a shot at it, but eventually it's controlled by Gayton. Now Gilbert down low on Doug Smith. Wide open is Robinson. He shoots the 3 and hits it. That'll cut the lead to 5. In that minute and a half since the timeout, it's a 5-0 run for Pfeiffer. Gayton checks Rashad Smith, and he fouls him as Smith goes up. Smith really forced the pressure and the defense there. It says on the arm, and that'll be 2 shots for Rashad Smith. Nice seeing the odd numbers, the unusual numbers, 7, the 6, 7, 8, 9. Didn't mean to say 6, 7 on the air, Matt, but maybe a couple of people will get that. I know my kids would. It's off there, still a 5-point lead. But it's neat seeing those numbers in college basketball now. You see it here at Wesleyan with Rashad Smith wearing 7. Has always been that way in the NBA where they could play with pretty much any number, but you see some very interesting, unusual numbers. I think it's a neat little touch for college basketball. Second one for Smith is up and good. Soft touch there, hit the front of the rim, bounce off the board, and then roll back in. 6-point lead, 4:23 to go. Robinson with it. He's hit a couple of big three-point shots today as he did last year. Superichi now, a design play for him, not able to score, pitches it over to Robinson. He's dogged closely by Smith. Now Doug Smith has it. Looked like a hook there. And it is going to be a hook. Offensive foul by Doug Smith, number 30. It's going to be his fourth, but with 4 minutes to play, I don't think it's a huge deal. It's certainly a concern, but that'll be his fourth, so maybe it's something that Wesleyan can look to attack. Offensive foul, so there'll be no free throws. It is the 10th team foul, only 3 on Wesleyan for this half. 6-point lead, 4:02 to play. More pressure this time from Pfeiffer in the backcourt. Really just double teaming, trying to deny point guard Rashad Smith the ball. Piggy's played point, as we said earlier in the first half and the last possession, and so it's not a huge loss, I don't think, for the Battling Bishops. Piggy's attacks the rim, gathers himself, drops back, jumper from the 15-footer from the foul line. It's up and good. Lead is back, extended to 8. Doug Smith again posting hard against Marquand Gilbert. Gilbert jumps up and grabs it, taps it away, out of bounds. After the Battling Bishops. That'll be our last media timeout with 3:29 to play in this one. It'll be 76-68, your Battling Bishops lead. Baseline of bounds. Doug Smith triggers it in to Sloan up top. Nearby Bond product will pitch it up to Robinson. Sloan's a little further out this time. Now he'll go down to closer to the block, the post. They're looking to get it to him. Lots of help being shown by NC Wesleyan here. Ball screen now by Robinson. Had to put up a 3 a little quicker than he wanted to as the shot clock ran down. It was short, controlled by Johnson. Gets it over to Pegues. Pegues was looking to get it to Smith. Smith waved him away and will start the offense for NC Wesleyan. Pegues looks, I thought he got by Superichi. Not able to do it. And he throws it away. It'll be a turnover. Trying to get it to Johnson, but the 5-second count was getting close and he felt like he had to do something with it. Throws it away out of bounds. Pfeiffer basketball. 8-point lead NC Wesleyan, 2:44 to play. This is crunch time. Every possession here means a ton. Superichi will get it up top. Pitches over to Gayton, pitches over to Sloan, back to Superichi, back up to Robinson. Open, and he's just too wide open there for that point in the game, and he'll hit that shot. Big shot, Robinson. This time Smith will bring it up for your Valley Bishops. 5-point lead for NC Wesleyan, 2:20 and counting. Gayton will check Smith up top. Pegues is looking the ball screen. They'll switch it. Robinson will now take him. Will take Smith. Smith will challenge Robinson. Gets by him, but it's blocked away and then controlled by Doug Smith. He gets it over to Sloan. Pitches ahead to Robinson. Robinson's in the paint. Will test it, but brings it back out. Pitches over to Sloan, left side. Three-point attempt is up and good by Gayton. That was contested, and he hit it. The long frame, 6'6". Doesn't need much to get that off. Got a good look at the rim and hit a big shot there with under 2 minutes to play. Smith with it now. NC Wesleyan still with the lead. 2-point lead, but Pfeiffer on a run. Ball screen up top by Gilbert. Switches there. Doug Smith is now guarding Rashad Smith. We've seen that matchup a little day. They switch back now. Pegues up top with it. 4-3 on the shot clock. He drives, tosses it up, not able to get it. Controlled by Sukraichi. He drives all the way to the paint, lays it up, left hand, good. Tie score, minute 15 and counting. Rashad Smith with it. Chris Thompson waving them on. Looks like he may call timeout here. Will not. Minute, just over a minute. Play against the defense that hadn't been set, so that's good. Pegues got it up top. Sukraichi challenged, but then backed off. Looked like he was trying to go for the steal. Ball screen. Smith with an open shot. 15-foot. It's good. 16-footer is good. 2-point lead Wesleyan. Under a minute to play. 50 seconds. 48-47. Robinson had it. He was in the paint and really had nobody guarding him. Eventually, DJ Cox picked him up. Sukraichi looks to back down Smith. Pitches it out to Gayton. Don't want to give up a three here. You want to challenge those threes. Up 2, 12, 11, 10 on the shot clock, 30 on the game clock. Sukraichi goes in, loses it, pitches it out to Gayton for 3. Rolls off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Robinson, and a foul on NC Wesleyan, but that's only the 4th foul, so that will not put him on the line. There's 24.3 left on the game clock. Baseline out of bounds. It's the 4th team foul of the second half. Pfeiffer will have baseline out of bounds. Down 2. NC Wesleyan's up to 78-76. Doug Smith looking to trigger it in. Eventually gets it into Sukraichi. Back to Doug Smith. Marquand Gilbert fouls him. Doug Smith takes it hard to the rim. It's a scored a basket. 19.5 to go. It's a tie ball game. Put Doug Smith at the line shooting 1. Substitution for Pfeiffer. He's going to sub the shooter for defensive purposes. James Jones is in for NC Wesleyan. Nasir Johnson is out. Torres waits at the table, replacing Doug Smith. Big free throw here for Doug Smith. It's up, it's long. Rebounded by DJ Cox. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. Pegues gets it, attacks. DJ Cox look to the rim, pitches back out to Pegues. Pegues drives, goes up with it, he's fouled. 8.5 to go. Was fouled by Sukraichi. I think Sukraichi saw that Pegues had a pretty easy layup there, and there's nothing really to do other than to foul him, make him earn the points from the line. Referees encourage the teams to break the huddle. Pegues will go to the line. 8.5 to go. 78-78, shooting 2 free throws. First one's up and good. Timeout, Pfeiffer. We'll take 1-2, 79-78. Your Battle Bishops lead. 8.5 to go here on Flow Sports. All right, let's do a game reset. 79-78, NC Wesleyan leads Pfeiffer. 8.5 to go in the ball game, in regulation at least. Romeo Pegues has 1 free throw remaining. NC Wesleyan has 2 timeouts. Pfeiffer has 0. 10 team fouls on Pfeiffer, or 10 plus team fouls on Pfeiffer, 5 on NC Wesleyan. That may come into play here. You're interested to see if NC Wesleyan will foul intentionally or not in this last 8.5 seconds. A lot of different philosophies on that. Coach Thompson coaching up Nasir Johnson on the sideline, sends him in to substitute on a made free throw. It's made, and we'll have a substitution. Johnson will come in for Rashad Smith, allow NC Wesleyan to set the defense, and now it comes down to this, 80-78, 2-point lead NC Wesleyan. Gayton will trigger it in. He's got Robinson and Sukraichi, who Sukraichi will get it. He dribbles hard, 6-5, into the paint, puts it up, dribbles around the rim. It's off, tapped around, controlled by Markel Pegues, and it's over. Ladies and gentlemen, final score is 80-78. Your NC Wesleyan Battle of Bishops today. Thank you so much for being with us on Flow Sports. We hope to see you Tuesday afternoon at 4 o'clock for our next matchup with our NC Wesleyan women's basketball game. We'll see you here in Everett Gymnasium. Thank you for tuning in on Flow Sports.